Spend the day with us in Rome. This is day 14 of our trip to Europe, and this is our second day in Rome. Now, today we are spending the entire day exploring Rome. We got up early in the morning, much earlier than everybody else, because as you can see, there's nobody to be found. Even Starbucks is empty. Check out this Starbucks. This is a really neat Starbucks in the middle of Rome. Look at all the yummy treats they have to offer at Starbucks. And even if you go up these stairs, there's a whole other floor to hang out in. Unlike Starbucks in the United States, they had tons of pastries available and they were so good. So that is one thing I can tell you about being in Europe and especially Italy. They don't wake up early. You will not see hardly anybody out in the streets of Rome anytime before 9 a.m. So this is an excellent opportunity for you to go get some awesome pictures and video of these plazas without huge crowds. As our day goes on, though, you are going to find lots and lots of people everywhere as you explore the city. Now here, it's early in the morning and they are making fresh pasta for this amazing restaurant called Osteria del Fortuna. I follow them on Instagram. And wow, I'm definitely eating there next time too. It was one of the coolest things to just happen to be walking past their restaurant and seeing all of that fresh pasta be made. Man, the things you see in Rome. And not just the amazing artifacts and history, but just stuff like that, the culture and day-to-day way of life. So if you've come to Rome, you are probably looking to see some historical stuff, but it's not just all of that. It's the entire feeling of Rome. There's just something really magical about this place. Not only the beautiful artifacts and the historical areas, but just the way of life, all of it is just, it's really awesome. As we make our way toward the Colosseum, we see plenty of other beautiful historical sites. The Portico of Octavia, the Teatro de Marcello. Rome just continues to be beautiful and more amazing with each step we take. And speaking of steps, I had no idea that the steps I was about to take were going to take me up to one of the most beautiful churches I have ever seen. The Santa Maria in Aracoeli Balistica. I hope I pronounced that right. Probably not. Now, as I take you inside, I am not going to talk. I want you to just experience this beautiful and amazing place the way I did. This was one of my favorite places in Rome. So let's go inside. And back down the stairs we go. We are going to check out another plaza and start heading towards the Colosseum. By now you can see there are some people starting to mingle along, and it's going to really pick up here in the next hour. As we head towards the Colosseum, you are going to see the Roman forums. Now, once we made our way to the main road to the Colosseum, there was actually a marathon going on in Rome. Now I want to explain to you how to visit this Colosseum, because it's not like it used to be where you would just go there and purchase a ticket and go inside. Things have changed. Now you're going to want to go online. You are going to want to reserve a time to go there. And let me tell you, if you show up early, you do not get to go in early. You reserve your time, and that's what time you get to go, period. And it has to be within a 30-minute time frame from what you reserve it at. Also, you must have photo identification to get in, because all of your tickets you will be registering under the names of the people that will be going. We purchased our tickets directly from the Colosseum website. That was much cheaper than doing it any other way. No, we did not have a guided tour. No, we did not do any of the other areas of the Colosseum. So maybe next time we'll try that. But this time we just wanted to explore the basic Colosseum. I call it basic. This place is not basic, but you know what I'm saying. There are additional tours that you can take that get you in a little deeper into the Colosseum. I do think a guided tour would be really cool just so that you can hear about all the historical features and stuff of the Colosseum. But it's always so crowded in here. I'm not sure how much you would actually get from that. Have you taken a guided tour and did you like it? Please let me know. But we walked around for about a half an hour to an hour, got lots of pictures, explored, and then we decided to head on out. All along the road to the Colosseum, you were able to see some pretty amazing street performers. If you watched my last vlog, I explained that Rome was being restored, and there's the sign. It was called Roma si trasforma. Yes, I was kind of sad that we went all the way to Rome only to see a bunch of construction and not really get to see a lot of the fountains and stuff. But at the same time, I am really happy they are restoring all of these things so we can see them for generations to come. By now, we are pretty hungry, so we decided to go find a place that Chip had found online by Bobby Flay. It was called La Vita en El Musico. However, when we got there, it was closed. Luckily, we found another shop just down the street that had a huge line, so we figured, well, that line's there for a reason. Let's go. So we grabbed a couple of these giant sandwiches. We grabbed the prosciutto. It had pesto and mozzarella. It was delicious. Now that we had some food, we decided to start heading back towards our hotel. There was a plaza we wanted to check out nearby, so we did, and we grabbed a bunch of photographs. This really was a lovely plaza, and I found a fountain that was actually running. Yay! But our journey back was nice. There was a lot of cool buildings and even more to see. Rome it's just never ending. The beauty. You could fill up a whole camera roll in a day. Easy. I mean, look at these awesome pictures. Me and my amateur photography. Beautiful statues, beautiful buildings, plenty of shopping, and there's just so much to see here. If Rome is one of your dream destinations, let me know, or better yet, plan a cruise out of Rome because there are plenty of them that sail out of there. Our decision to sail from Athens to Rome on a cruise ship with all the stops and all the different things we've gotten to see on this trip was the best decision we've ever made. When we were here in 2015 to visit my son, it was not quite the same. I think the cruise really added to it, being able to see all the different places, and just having that extra element to the trip made it extraordinary. Now, speaking of that trip in 2015, when we were here in 2015, everywhere we went, I asked for fettuccine alfredo because that was my favorite dish, but no place really had it. It was very hard to find. So my son decided to look up online where fettuccine alfredo came from because how come all these restaurants don't have it? That's when he came upon the story of this restaurant, Il Vero Alfredo, which is where fettuccine alfredo was born. So we came here last time. It was delicious. The way that they say the fettuccine alfredo was born was the wife was pregnant and didn't want a lot of food, and so the husband created this dish to make it simple for her, and she told him to add it to the menu, something like that. They do have other dishes, but the fettuccine alfredo they make for you tableside. And this place ended up becoming very, very famous, actually. And it has moved a couple of different locations and changed hands throughout the years, but it still remains to be a huge destination in Rome. As you can see from the photos on the wall, so many people have been here, from Ronald Reagan to Walt Disney, Woody Allen, Frank Sinatra, Elizabeth Taylor, just to name a few. Just walking around the restaurant and looking at all the photographs on the walls is really cool too. We headed back to our hotel and we stopped at Giolitti, which was really close to our hotel, and they served the best tasting gelato I have ever had. Stay tuned for our next vlog where we're heading to Venice. And don't forget to follow us for more of our travel adventures.